Students, today I am going to discuss one of the important topic of operating system known as disk scheduling. As we know, operating system manages all the devices of the system, and OS is responsible to use all the devices in efficient manner. For disk or storage device, the main responsibility of operating system is to provide fast access time and large bandwidth. In today's topic, that is disk scheduling, I am going to discuss some of the scheduling algorithm that can be used to schedule or provide access of read-write heads for particular request of the process that is pending still for disk access. Now, today's topic is scan scheduling. In scan scheduling, various issues are there. In this scheduling, disk arm of head moves towards one end of the disk, then it moves back to other end and servicing request in between as it reaches to requested cylinder. It is also known as elevator algorithm because it behaves just like an elevator in a building that first servicing all the requests going up and then reversing the service request to other way. So it is also known as elevator algorithm. Now, I am taking one example to discuss the concept of this scan scheduling. Suppose there are several requests in queue from different processes for cylinders or disk access. 99, 184, 38, 123, 15, 125, 66, 68. Okay, these are the requests. And currently head is on 54. And as we discuss in this algorithm, when disk arm moves towards one end, it serves all the requests in between. Suppose head is moving towards 0 means backward direction. So when head moves towards 0, that is in backward direction, so all the requests in between are processed accordingly. So we can start from this and head process first request, that is 38. After 38 it moves to 15 and then finally it goes to 0. Because in scan scheduling, head moving from start cylinder to last cylinder and from last cylinder to first cylinder, 0 cylinder. So again from 0 it moves to onwards direction, forward direction, and process the request 66, then 68, then 69, then 123, then 125, and finally 184. So these are the requests processed in scan scheduling. So the total head movements in this scheduling are 54 minus 38 plus 38 minus 15 plus 15 minus 0 plus 66 minus 0 plus 68 minus 66 plus 99 minus 68 plus 123 minus 99 plus 125 minus 123 plus 184 minus 125. These are the head movements from one request to another request. So the total is 16 plus 23 plus 14 plus 65 plus 2 plus 31 plus 24 plus 2 plus 59. So the total head moment in this is 236 cylinders. So this is the scan scheduling. Now next scheduling algorithm is C-scan scheduling, that is circular scan scheduling. This is the variant of scan scheduling. In this, the issues are as follows. This scheduling is a variant of scan scheduling that provide a uniform wait time. In this, head moves from one end to other end and servicing all the requests in between. when the head reaches to other end, it immediately returns to beginning of disk without servicing any request on the return trip. So, it is the variant of scan scheduling in which return trip no request is processed by the head and it immediately returns to back to beginning of the head, beginning of the disk, that is cylinder 0. So by this all the requests are processed accordingly. Suppose the requests in queue are as follows for cylinders, IO blocks on cylinders. The requests from different processes are for cylinder number 99, 184, 38, 123, 15, 125, 66 and 68 cylinder number. And suppose currently head is on 54. So as I discussed earlier, head process all the request when it moves from start to other end. So if it is on 54, suppose as I discussed earlier, from 54 it moves forward and process the request for cylinder 66, then 68, then 99, then 123, then 125, then 184. After that it moves to 199, that is the last of the other end of the disk, and from then it immediately moves to beginning of disk, that is cylinder number 0, and then it processes the request number 15, cylinder number 15, request for cylinder number 15 and the request for cylinder number 38. So in this case, the head movement is 64 minus 54. This is displacement from current head position to the first request process, from 68 to 66 plus 99 to 68, 123 to 99 minus 99, 125 minus 123 plus 184 minus 125 plus 199 minus 184 plus 199 minus 0 plus 1. Here I add 1 in this case because the total displacement from 199 cylinder to 0 cylinder is 200, because we suppose the disk size is of 200 cylinders. So the displacement is from, this is the 199 number of cylinder and the 0 number of cylinder. So we have to add plus 1 in this case to total to accommodate the total disk size, and from 0 to 15, that is 15 minus 0 plus 38 minus 15. These are the head moments in this case. The moment are 2, 12 plus 2 plus 31 plus 24 plus 2 plus 59 plus 15 plus 200 plus 14 plus 23 21 24 2 15 200 15 23. So the total is 383 cylinders. So this is the C-scan scheduling. Students, now I am going to discuss another day scheduling algorithm known as look scheduling. In look scheduling, the head is moved from start request to the last request. That is, as we discussed in scan scheduling, head moves towards one end of the disk to another end of the disk. But practically, this is not the way to implement the disk head movement. Practically, head moves from request at the one end and then immediately it moves back to process other request. So this look scheduling is actually the practical way to implement the disc head movement. Now, the issues of this scheduling. In this scheduling, discs are moves only as far as the final request in each direction, then it reverses direction immediately without going to end of the disk. So this is the practical way to implement the disk movement. Now suppose I am taking one example for this, and suppose the request for different processes are pending and stored in queue are as follows for IO blocks or cylinders. The requests are 99, 184, 38, 123, 15, 125, 66 and 68. These are the requests pending for different cylinders. And suppose currently head is on 54 and head moves onwards, that is from 0 to 99, or from current head position, that is 54 to 199 direction, onward direction. We can also suppose the head moves backward, that is from 54 to 0. So any of the consideration we can take. For this example, I am taking the head moves onwards. So, as we discussed earlier, in leg scheduling, head moves from current location to, if you move forward, then it processes the cylinder number 60 request at cylinder number 66, then 68, then 99, then 123, then 125, then 184, then 184, and it simply back to process the next, that is request at 38, then request at 15. So the head movements in this case 66 minus 54 plus 68 minus 66 plus 99 minus 68 plus 123 minus 99 plus 125 minus 123 plus 184 minus 125 plus 184 to minus 38 from this to this, and plus 38 to 15. So head moment in this case 12 plus 2 31 24 plus 2 plus 59 plus 146 plus 23. The total head movement in this case is 299 cylinders. This is look scheduling. Now I am discussing one of the scheduling algorithm known as see-look scheduling. In this scheduling, when number of requests are pending from different processes, then read-write head process the request only on onwards direction, that is from 0 location to onwards number of processed. So if we consider our head at particular location, then it only process onwards from that location up to the final request in that direction. Then it immediately comes back to the first request at the beginning, and then again it start processing. So the issues in this scheduling the see-look scheduling. In this scheduling, this car moves only as far as the final request in forward direction, then it reverses direction immediately without going to the end of the disk and moves back directly to the first request from beginning and start processing the request onwards. This is somehow looks like C-scan scheduling, but this is the practical implementation in which actually the head moves from start to end in forward direction and then immediately comes back to the first request from the beginning. So if we consider the head position at 54, then we arrange the request in this scheduling. We suppose there are number of requests from different processes pending in the queue for IO blocks or cylinders, that is 99, 184, 38, 123, 15, 125, 66 and 68, and if we suppose the head is on 54, then we start from head current location, that is from 54, to process the first request, that is 66 onwards, then 68, then 99, then 123, then 125, then 184. After that, it immediately moves back to process the first request from the beginning. That is, the first request is 15 in this case, in our case. After processing this request, it again moves forward and process the request at cylinder number 38. So this is the logic used in C-loop scheduling. So in this case, the head moments are 66 minus 54. This is displacement from 54 to 66. Then 68 to 66 plus 99 to 68 plus 123 to 99 plus 123 to 125 minus 123 plus 184 minus 125 plus 184 minus 15, because it just immediately moves from 184 to 15, and finally 38 minus 15. These are the head movements. So the final head movements are 12 plus 2 plus 31 plus 24 plus 2 plus 59 plus 169 plus 23. That is, the total head moments is 322 cylinders in C-loop scheduling algorithm. This is all about this scheduling algorithm.